A woman suddenly hears unbearable noises coming from the ring her husband gave her. He tells her, "Wife, before, you never had the chance to live in a villa. But I've prepared an anniversary surprise for you. This entire mountain belongs to you. I'll stay here with you for a day." Only then does she realize that her husband had bought an identical villa and gave it to the mistress who once slashed her phone. Furious, she rushes to the Civil Affairs Bureau to file for divorce. Unexpectedly, the staff tells her that her divorce had already been processed 3 years ago, and on the same day, her husband registered his marriage with the mistress. Coincidentally, today is also the anniversary of the day 3 years ago when the mistress destroyed her phone. Back then, her husband had sworn he would imprison the mistress and make her pay, and the woman foolishly believed him. She never knew the mistress had been bought by her husband. His real goal was to break the woman completely so he could imprison her forever. While enjoying her pure love, he also indulged in every pleasure with the mistress. Only when she saw everything with her own eyes did she finally recognize that the man who once adored her was actually a controlling scumbag. Looking at the scar on her wrist, she realized everything had been his trap. Since he planned to imprison her, she decided she would not let him win. She called to delete all her identity information, determined to make him suffer forever because he would never be able to find her again. That day was their 5th wedding anniversary. She returned home a few minutes late, yet he pretended to care while fiercely scolding her. Then he took her to a villa. Seeing the familiar flowers she once planted, she might have been moved if she hadn't seen him cheat with her own eyes. He then gave her a pair of rings with tracking chips, swearing he never wanted to be apart from her even for a second. She found it absurd, 5 years of marriage, yet she never knew she had been divorced for 3. She didn't believe a single word from him. Soon after, the mistress called, and he rushed off immediately. He never noticed the ring he gave her was actually his own. Just as she was about to throw it away, she heard him through the ring giving the mistress an identical villa next door. Her heart ached so much she could hardly breathe. But her identity would be deleted in 10 days, so she began practicing drawing with her left hand to prepare for escape. The filthy sounds from the ring only made her more determined. To prove his love, he hosted a grand banquet. Everyone praised him for loving his wife, but only she knew it was a game for him and the mistress. She pretended to notice nothing. Though she already found him disgusting, she never expected the mistress to be so bold, knocking over the champagne tower in front of everyone. Her husband instinctively rushed to protect the mistress, and the woman fell heavily onto the ground. Later, he acted concerned at her hospital bed, but the moment he left to take a call, she heard through the ring that the mistress was in the room next door. He had divided the same love between 2 women. She mocked him for being so fair. The day she was discharged, she returned home to find the mistress wearing her clothes. Her husband claimed it was a punishment, better than sending her to prison. With only 2 days left before her identity vanished, she went upstairs without a word. His intention was obvious, to flaunt the mistress in front of her. He thought she drank the wine he gave her. That night, he eagerly brought the mistress into the bedroom, not knowing the woman was lying on the bed, watching everything clearly.